What makes you fall in love with a
Me.
guy?
Okay. I want to talk about love. I think love is all about consideration, really. And the whole concept of falling in love, to be honest, what makes you fall in love? Have I taken notes?
Good.
Okay. Okay, so I'll say three things, right? What makes me fall in love with a man is a man that has structure, right? Like has principles, has morals, like has his own structure. He has kind of grown to be his own self. And so he doesn't rely on like male validity for anything. He can actually provide, and that's like a very important one. And he knows what he wants really. So he has principles, knows what he wants, he's a provider, he has structure. And I think that those are the basic things that would make me fall in love with a man, right? I think men love validity from themselves. Like if you meet a man, if two men are inside this room, right, or let's say four, right, and one of them says, "Oh, this thing is not right," something. You see, all of them, even the ones that actually don't, men don't have a mind of their own. Let's be sincere. I think all they do is for like male validation every time. Like, and we see it in like the little ways, really. I've been with a group of guys and his friends, right? And they're like four. And there's one of them that is not so, I wouldn't say not as buoyant as all of them, right? I noticed that like everything they do, everything they say, like she's agreeing. And I'm not saying that it is uncomfortable for him. Let's say you go to the club now and everybody is like tired, whatever, and then you get to the apartment. Let's say for instance, and then everybody's like, oh, they forgot something or they need to get something. They would send him and he would actually go. And I'm saying that this is just like one out of the few times that I've seen like male validation, like actively, even workplace,
Mm.
you would see like traces of men wanting validation from another man so desperately, so that he doesn't care if like his woman gets hurt or like he says something against what his woman wants, whatever, or the agreed plan. He doesn't care. He just wants like his guys to support him.
Okay. But the story you just told about
Yeah,
this dude, like doing everything like they want to do
yeah,
and stuff like that. And you mentioned him not being buoyant or
yeah,
financially like, yeah, but like I don't feel like you so okay, this is why I see it though.
yeah,
He's not as financially, I don't know what I don't know the terms of their relationship or how what their relationship looks like.
yeah,
What you're 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 saying, I think what's happening there is just him, because men typically would want to provide value in wherever whatever situation they find themselves in,
yeah.
right? He's not like, maybe he's not able to provide value with
Mm-hmm.
money or with like contribute to things that they can easily contribute to, like financially, to
Mm-hmm.
make like their outing or whatever event or outing that they
Yeah,
create for themselves. So the only way he can be of service and contribute
yeah,
to that gathering is to serve, right?
yeah,
It's not like it's not like there's a fine line between people pleaser and just being, just not, you don't want to be in a situation where
mm-hmm.
you're just taking, right? Hold, hear me out. You're just
Yeah,
taking, 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 taking. the men will look at you one way or the other. But if they see that you're actively doing something, at least with the capacity that you have,
Yeah.
they respect that. They will ignore whatever thing that they're, whatever feeling that comes with you not bringing money to the table. But
Yeah.
if you're actively providing one sort of, you're solving a problem that that needs to be solved, that they don't have to solve themselves, and you're helping them solve that issue, they really appreciate that. You're providing value. You're not just there. So yeah, maybe the dude might be overdoing it
Yeah.
and whatnot, but I feel like,
Well, to be
man,
honest, I
yeah,
hear you. I hear you. But
uh,
that's just like an example,
okay,
right? Let's say we are having conversations on this table now,
okay,
and then somebody says something, and then you hear another guy say, "Oh, yes, yes," and then you hear the alpha male of their clique,
okay.
right, say, "Oh no," and you say, "Oh, it's true, no."
Oh, that's weird, man. Yeah,
Yeah, like tips, tips, tips. So there was a conversation I was having sometime with a group of guys. I don't remember what exactly the conversation was about, right?
mm,
But I know that there were three.
okay,
One of them is older, one of them is like 42, the other is like maybe late 20s, like 28,
right,
and then there's one that is like 23.
right.
And then the one that's like 42 was like, oh, this is what it is. This is it. And then, the other guys that were already saying, oh, no, all of them said, oh, yes. And you're just like, we were just having it. We all agreed that this is it.
Oh,
Then somebody comes and then you're trying to kind of please your own man. Like, why are you trying to please a man? And I'm just giving examples. You will go to a couple's house where two of them, they know how they do their things. And then you hear one of his friends say, now you they do this one. For instance, and then he'll be upset. Somebody that is supposed to say, yes, so that's what we dey do for our house. Do you get that type of thing? He's now upset. He will now go and call the wife. Oh, yeah, come on. It will now cause a fight because normally you used to do it. Why are you acting weird today?
so you like men that stand their ground?
Of course. I
Okay,
mean, that's one of the things I said. You have to have a mind of your own. You can't just be allowing like different like conversations with people and different emotions and different people have a say on your own mind.
okay.
Yeah.
So what else like makes you fall in love too as well?
Oh, we mentioned a couple
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, yeah. You
but
mentioned
let me,
values, character,
yeah,
principles.
principal, a protector, and a provider. A protector in the sense that, you must have that instinct in you.
Yeah,
I think men these days
yeah.
want to be Barbie so bad. They want to be Barbie so bad. Like, you want to be a baddie, you want to be a Barbie as well. You
What's
hear
the
a man
difference though?
say,
What's the difference?
you want to feel like you don't want to now play your role as a man. That is what I'm trying to say. You don't want to play your role as a man. Oh, she did not. You want to be petty as well. You want to be giving princess treatment. Just some weird things. I must say that, like, when we were growing up, even in as much as, new time and age, whatever, when we were growing up, we grew up with parents that, you know, our fathers used to be, I would say,
Mm,
he's a provider, like, he's a protector as well. So imagine me now being in a relationship with somebody that I feel like he's the Barbie, he's the princess, I'm the king. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, in every relationship you find yourself in, it brings out, like, your either your masculinity or your femininity for women and both for men, for women basically, and for men as well. So if your partner has taken the role of, like, being a masculine figure in your life, you can now relax and be soft in your femininity, in the sense that you don't have to, there's so many things that you wouldn't have to bother about because you know that you have somebody that is capable. But if it's a situation where there's always a fight, there's always a need for constant reassurance, like your partner is not safe in themselves, then the woman will now have to take the role of the masculine, and then subdue her feminine aspect. I mean, that's just my belief basically, but yeah.
Okay. You were getting to what makes you fall in love.
Yeah, I think I've said, everything basically.
Okay, being like a protector and a provider.
Having value, having your own mind, like having a structure basically, and a structure in all aspects of your life basically. Yeah.
That makes you fall in love.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's such a turn on actually. And somebody that's proactive, oh my God.
Okay.
You can't take me away from a proactive man. I'm sorry. You have to be proactive. Yeah.